The complete guide to performing the Tag Der Toten Easter egg solo without using any mega elixirs. As always, my companion notes will be linked in the description. Grab my hand, let's get started. The only weapons you'll need accessorized are the Strife starting pistol and the Vapor assault rifle. These are my loadouts for reference. For perks, I'm taking Time Slip for the faster pack-a-punch, equipment charge rate, and cheap price, PhD Slider for the explosive resistance once we acquire the Tundragun, Winter's Wail for wave management, and Stamina for horde survivability. If any of these perks were to be replaced, it would be Time Slip, potentially for Quick Revive, Dying Wish, some other survivability utility. Your lethal won't be used, so it doesn't matter, but I recommend the sword as your specialist. Recommended elixirs are all about survivability. ABH as a panic button, and for when you need to cross the whole map, Arsenal Accelerator for some small area tasks in the late game, Equipment for some more survivability resources, and Aftertaste as a boss fight finale. Let's get started. At the start of the game, turn on the power and grab the shield board part. It's either towards the cliff against the gas pump, on the ice next to the power switch, or towards the lighthouse against a snow mound. Farm round 1 here with melee kills. As round 2 starts, open the door to the boathouse. Pick up snowballs from a mound, then farm all of round 2 here as well. At the start of round 3, buy into the lighthouse. The shield handle is here, either to the left of the level 1 door, to the left of the level 2 door, or to the right of the level 3 stairs. Buy out to the lighthouse station, interacting with George Romero's glasses for a bonus 500 points. Continue to lighthouse approach and look for a blue rock sticking out of the wall. Shoot it, then pick it up. Make sure to save the last zombie in the round here while we take care of tasks. Return to the lighthouse, buying the door up to level 4 and beginning a dialogue with the Hermit. Once he lowers the dumbwaiter, interact to place the blue rock, unlocking the Hermit's trials. We will need to complete 2 trials to progress the Easter egg. The first trial is located at Frozen Crevasse. Take the ice slide from the lighthouse to the lagoon. Claim the brew loose change, then buy to Frozen Crevasse and grab the shield visor part. It's either in Lagoon next to the Pack-a-Punch spawn, at Frozen Crevasse next to the mystery box, or on the top platform across from the mystery box. If you come across any burning zombies, eliminate them via freeze to collect a dynamite build part. At this point, you can safely flip the round to 4. Interact with the challenge totem to begin the first set of trials. Challenge 1 is to eliminate zombies while standing in freezing water. As round 4 starts to spawn, stand at Lagoon and gradually pull up the horde. Once they're well condensed, hop into the water and take out your specialist weapon. This will both earn you kill progression on your challenge and force respawn any eliminated zombies, effectively increasing the zombie cap in the round. Continue to slay while moving in and out of the freezing water. On completion of the challenge, interact with the challenge totem to claim a bonus points reward and start challenge 2. Here you can safely flip the round to 5. The first dog round will be on either 5, 6, or 7, so challenge 2 will begin on the next normal round. Challenge 2 is to shatter frozen zombies. This can be done in one of 2 ways, either by last hitting a zombie with a snowball, or by bringing a zombie low and walking it through freezing water. The easiest way to complete the second option is by meleeing once with the Strife Stiletto, causing the zombie to freeze almost immediately after. After 6 shatters, the challenge reward of a max ammo can be claimed at the totem. Challenge 3 is to ring bells at the docks in the order the Hermit sings. I recommend having subtitles on for this one. The possible notes are C, A, G, and E. 5 notes will be sang. Jot the order down or remember it. In my case, the sequence was E, E, C, A, G. Thin your round down to the last few to better manage the horde, then prepare to ring the bells. The easiest way to remember the bells is that, when looking from the Frozen Crevasse, the bells spell cage. The boathouse bell is C, the power bell is A, the zipline bell is G, and the outside bell is E. Input the notes in the correct order to complete the challenge. If you forget any of the notes, I believe you can use the challenge tracker combined with trial and error to figure it out again. The final challenge reward is a snowball count increase from 6 to 10, and with that, trial 1 is done. We'll now be heading to the boat for trial 2. On your way over, buy your brew perk and hop over to Lighthouse Cove. Climb the spiral stairs to level 4 to buy the Vapor, our primary for the run. Drop off the side and back down to Lighthouse Station to build and equip the shield. Now that we're equipped, go back out to Lighthouse Cove and buy through the debris to cargo hold. Continue through to the main deck and buy to the forecastle. Our first zipline crank is here, either next to the red shipping container, against a spool near the cooking pot, or in a corner next to the auger. With the last zombie held, start the second trial. Challenge 1 is to kill enemies while standing still. As the round flips, bring the zipline crank to the fixture above the cargo hold. Place and turn the crank to rotate our first zipline into position. Hang out in the forecastle to complete Challenge 1 with a Carpenter power-up as your reward. Go ahead and flip the round before Challenge 2. We could use the points and last zombie timer reset. Challenge 2 is to kill enemies with melee attacks. You could do this either with the Vapor Bayonet attachment if you selected it, or I prefer to just use the Path of Sorrows. Complete Challenge 2 and claim the Fire Sale reward. Pre-move to the gangway while Challenge 3 loads. For Challenge 3, you must collect 3 soup ingredients scattered across the map. The soup jar is at the gangway, either in a red booth, at the buffet island, or at the bar. After claiming it, craft a dynamite bomb at the nearby crafting bench. Remember to freeze fire zombies to acquire those parts. After the gangway, by to the stern. A second zipline crank is here, either in the small room, outside towards the soda perk machine, or outside beyond the small room next to yellow barrels. As we keep going, look to hold this round. Buy on up to navigation, climbing the stairs, then placing and rotating the second zipline into position. Rotating the 2 ziplines unlocks the zipline handle, which we will grab in a moment. Buy one more door to the bridge and turn on the boat power. Drop down to the navigation flinger, picking up a broken gearbox. Leave the boat in the direction of the beach, buying through the debris and locating the soup vegetable part. It's either corn near the water, eggplant to the left on a crate, or cauliflower at the Thompson wall buy. Continue past the beach to buy back to Lighthouse Approach and complete the loop of the map. Climb the stairs to the Hermit to claim the zipline handle. Wait here for a second dumbwaiter delivery to place the gearbox for fixing. You can zip or run back to the boathouse for the soup meat part. It's either on a barrel near the Pack-a-Punch spawn, on a cage next to a wall buy, or on a stove in the other room. With all 3 ingredients acquired, the challenge tracker will increment to 1 of 3. Make your way back to the Hermit to claim the now repaired gearbox, then zip to the cargo hold. Bring the soup ingredients to the forecastle, interacting to place them in the pot, then throwing a snowball to cook them. Interact with the trial totem to claim your armor reward, then zip back to the Hermit. With 2 trials completed, the Hermit will task you with acquiring the Agarthan device and will give you a set of dials in order to do so. Before this, however, we're going to work on getting fully kitted and completing the Samantha's Music Box equipment side Easter egg. If you're holding a zombie, go ahead and flip the round as we're going to need a lot of points. Start by locating Pack-a-Punch and packing the Vapor as soon as you have 5,000. Using the Vapor, farm up another 3,000 points to get you through the next couple of doors. Take the zipline to the facility, buying the door to decontamination. The decon key card is here, either in the dryer, at an eye flush station, or in a sink. Continue on to human infusion, clearing the debris down low and interacting with the switch on the far side to turn on the power. Continue farming until you can open the door to specimen storage. The specimen keycard is here, either in the post boxes, in the far left toilet, or on one of the canister racks. Bring the 2 keycards back to the security lobby, inserting them into the machine. Farm the round, and when you're done, make your way back towards human infusion, thinning the round and holding the last. With the cards, interact with the slots on either side of the vault, then interact with the door itself. This will start a 60-second lockdown in which you will need to survive while the music box is unlocked. Killing zombies during this segment rewards 0 points, so I recommend slow walking in a loop to kite them all and keep them alive. This is artificially increasing your round cap. When the lockdown ends, you can eliminate all new zombies for points. If you use the specialist equip method to kill zombies, zombies spawned by the lockdown will not return. Claim Samantha's Music Box to replace your base equipment for the rest of the game. Grabbing snowballs will not cause you to lose the music box, it's with you until the end. We now need to head back to continue with the main quest. Buy your tonic from decontamination, then ABH back to the map. Whenever you can, make your way back to navigation and replace the gearbox for the Flinger to Lighthouse Station for your fast travel convenience. Buy your soda perk and continue to farm it up until you have a bunch of money and are holding the last in the round. Buy the debris to artifact storage, then buy the cola perk. Using Winter's Wail, freeze the last zombie in the round. Down here are 4 panels with dials missing from them. Interact with a panel to place a dial, then interact on either side to rotate the dial. When the dial dings, leave it on that number. There are chalk numbers written around the map if you want to speed this process up, however, it's not necessary. Once all 4 are set, the Apothecon blood will awaken. Shoot the blue pipe over here to put out the fire. Also, do not interact with the orb if you don't yet have the Agarthan device. Thankfully, it doesn't burn a revive, however, you will be knocked and lose a perk. To acquire the Agarthan device, otherwise known as the Seal of Duality, you'll have to first find 3 offerings scattered around the map based on hints. This is a long list of 20 possible options. If you want to skip ahead, go to this timestamp for the Agarthan device acquisition step. Here we go. Where Bounded Slept is at Forecastle. The offering is in the container next to the Trial Totem. Where Bread Breaks is at the Gangway. The offering is on the buffet countertop. Where Crows Roost is at Forecastle. The offering is on some barrels. Where Earth Crumbles is at Geological Processing. The offering is at the end of the conveyor belt. Where Falls Freeze is at Cargo Hold. The offering is right where you drop from the zipline. Where Feet Slip is at Ice Grotto. The offering is on the slide towards the end on the left. Where Filth Cleanses is at Decontamination. The offering is in a spilt cart. Where Fire Sinks is at Sunken Path. The offering is next to the lantern by the campfire. Where Helix's Peak is at Lighthouse Level 4. The offering is on a pile of jars. Where Hidden Burns is at Hidden Path. The offering sits on a busted generator. Where Lightning Aims is in the security lobby. The offering is on the bench. Where Line's Birth is at the docks. The offering is near the zip lines. Where Lungs Close is at Lagoon. The offering is in the underwater cave connecting to Lighthouse Cove. Where Madness Sleeps is at Specimen Storage. The offering is on the bed in the middle. Where Mountains Throw is at the outer walkway. This is the only offering that will require you to use a piece of dynamite, and it sucks. The offering is under this red pipe. Where North is Found is at the bridge. The offering is atop the compass. Where One Mysteries is at Lighthouse Level 1. The offering rests on a broken staircase. Where Power Ends is at Human Infusion. The offering is next to the power switch. Where Preservation Freezes is at Main Deck. The offering is next to a life preserver. Where Thirst Dawns is at the stern. The offering is next to the crane to the left of the perk. Once your 3 offerings have been located, the Apothecon Blood will declare their pleasure. You will now have to locate the Seal of Duality hidden in one of 4 locations, again determined by a passphrase. Here are the options. Where Humans Suffer is at Specimen Storage, behind the board next to the post boxes. Inside an Icy Hall is at the Ice Grotto, behind the Board of Friends. Where Aether Was Gathered is at Geological Processing, behind the board near Human Infusion. Where Cages Hang is at the Boathouse, behind the board in the kitchen. Melee the board to break it, then interact to place a dynamite, blowing open the safe. After a short monologue, claim the Agarthan device and run it all the way back to artifact storage. Interact at the barrel to place the device, then walk out of the freezing water. Shoot the red orb to gradually release 3 orange orbs. Once the screen flashes white, you can leave the area. Those 3 orbs have been spread across the map. You must find each one, throwing a snowball to freeze it, then shooting it to send it back to artifact storage. There appears to be 1 orb residing in each section of the map, with 1 on the dock side, 1 on the beach side, and 1 up at the facility. As you get close to an orb, you may start to hear it. If you get too close, the orb will run to a new location. Throw a snowball to freeze the orb, then shoot it. My orbs for this game were at Lighthouse Approach, Docks, and Human Infusion Catwalk. With all 3 found, return to artifact storage. You'll have to repeat the same freezing process here to send the orbs into the Agarthan device. With the Seal of Duality acquired, we will now work on collecting the Elemental Shard and acquiring a free Wunderwaffe Scharfschütze. To start, dump your snowballs to revert to the music boxes. At Sunken Path, interact with the campfire to place the Agarthan device, then throw down a music box atop the campfire. When your screen flashes white, a long dialogue featuring the Ultis and Primus characters will play, with zombie spawns stopped for the duration. In the meantime, run over to the lighthouse to start working on the Wunderwaffe. The first thing we need to collect is a key inside of an icicle from one of 3 locations. At Lighthouse Cove, hanging off of the station, at Lighthouse Station, hanging off of a level 3 overhang, or at Lighthouse Approach, at the debris location to the beach. Shoot the icicle to drop it, then interact to pick it up. Make your way back to the forecastle and place the icicle in the pot at the end of the boat. Return to the campfire and wait for the dialogue to wrap up, reclaiming the Agarthan device when the blue fire fades. Return to the forecastle pot to claim the key now that the ice has melted. Take the zip to the lighthouse and the hermit, where he will give you directions to find the elemental shard. After a while, he will deliver 2 soapstones to you. We'll focus on those now. Head down to Lighthouse Annex and place the stones at the outline along the snow. Activate the trap and wait for the laser to move over the stones, lighting them on fire. Once they're lit, you can pick them up and head to the top of the lighthouse. Take the zipline to the facility. Go all the way to Human Infusion and interact with the fuse panel, placing one of the stones. If you have a lot of zombies in your round still, head to specimen storage and interact with the safe on the desk. The key from earlier will open the safe, revealing the Vril device. Kill zombies in very close proximity to the Vril device to feed its souls, only about 10 or so. Once it's glowing green, you can interact to claim it. Thin down your round, then place the second soapstone at the entrance to decontamination and activate the trap there. After about a minute, the stone will be sufficiently chilled. Bring it to the fuse panel to place it, then take the fuse out from the panel. With both fuse and Vril device in hand, make your way to the lighthouse. Give the Vril device to the hermit, and while you wait, head down to Lighthouse Station and interact with the locked door to place the fuse. Nikolai will mention that this is not enough, hence why we're grabbing the Wunderwaffe. Return to the hermit to receive a key from him. Interact with the Group 935 chest to unlock it and reveal the Wunderwaffe DG Scharfschütze, swapping out your pistol. With this weapon, aim at the electrical towers up at the facility and shoot the red batteries hanging from their second level rungs. With the partial charge acquired, we're technically done with the Wunderwaffe. The remaining charge will be acquired from powering 3 generators via electric zombie kills in proximity. Start at Lighthouse Annex, with the first generator being next to Pack-a-Punch. Defend yourself and slay out. If you see more fire zombies, freeze them to start working on a second dynamite bomb. Kill an electric zombie and watch as the line lights up. The second generator is at Lighthouse Station near the level 3 entrance. Kill and verify to move along. The third and final generator is at Lighthouse Approach at the MX9 wall-by. Once the third is powered on, head back to the door to open it and retrieve the elemental shard. Before we continue with the Easter egg, we will first be swapping out our Wunderwaffe for the Tundragun. Make sure you're full on snowballs, then head to the facility and the loading platform. Above the doorway is a target. Hit it with a snowball. Spread across the map are 5 targets. You have to hit each of them consecutively, without missing, in the correct order to unlock the Tundragun. The second target is at the Lagoon Ice Grotto connection. If at any point you hit in the incorrect order or miss, you will no longer be hearing a ding when you hit a target. You will then have to flip the round to try again. Take the zipline to Sun Deck to hit the third target just beyond the bridge, then take the flinger back to Lighthouse Station, then inside to hit target 4 at Lighthouse level 3. Make your way to the top and zip to cargo hold to hit the 5th and final target right next to the Tundragun crate. Make sure to swap out the Wunderwaffe, then take the Tundragun to Pack-a-Punch, upgrading it to the Boreas Blizzard. Now that we are fully equipped for the rest of the game, build your second dynamite at the gangway and head back to artifact storage. Place the Agarthan device, then once again, shoot the red orb until orange orbs release. Zombies will spawn as soon as you place the device this time, so be wary of your surroundings and maybe don't go for the orb all at once. When the white flash goes out, the orbs are spread. Blow open the barrier between Sunken Path and Lagoon. This will be a very convenient and I'm pretty sure necessary access point. We have once again activated the orb searching step. This time my orbs were at Lighthouse Approach once again, Boathouse, and Upper Catwalk again. ABH back to the main map if you can. With all orbs retrieved, return to artifact storage. You can use the Tundragun to freeze and activate the orbs, then clean up any that you missed. Pick up the Agarthan device, then once again, we will be performing the campfire sequence. Place the Agarthan device, and throw a music box. There's not too much to do in the meantime for this one, so I recommend just re-upping your shield if it needs it. Reclaim the device, then head to the lighthouse. The hermit will lower his dumbwaiter and you'll be prompted to place the Agarthan device, starting a 90-second lockdown, which you'll have to survive here in the lighthouse. I recommend doing this only once you have a strong ammo count. I was fortunate that this was my dog round, so I waited it out to make sure my weapons were maxed. When you're ready, hold interact to place the Seal of Duality, then head down to level 3. This, or maybe level 1, is the best place to kite the horde. With your Tundragun out, slowly walk the horde in a circle around the spire. When there's a gap, throw down a Samantha's music box to clear out the horde. This lockdown is the best use candidate for the equipment elixir. Use the Tundragun to defend yourself. I got a full power drop here, so it was the best play to activate my specialist immediately, chaining this use into a full second thanks to the power up. If you don't know, jumping before using the sword's dash will keep you in full control of movement while still giving the insta-kill functionality. I knew my zombie count was low at this point, so I created some distance to drop down a music box, then it was back down to level 3. A nuke power-up was also great to keep the defense going. A short while later, plus 1 unnecessary music box, and the lockdown is completed. Return to the Hermit to reclaim the Agarthan device. We now need to power the device with souls at Pack-a-Punch locations. Look for the beam to point the way, then interact with the Pack-a-Punch machine to insert the Agarthan device and kite zombies until they group up, and you can maximize Tundragun shots and music box usages to farm souls. In my game, the Pack-a-Punch order was Beach, Lagoon, Sunken Path, and Lighthouse Annex. As you complete these steps, the Pack-a-Punch machines will break, so make sure both weapons have been packed at least once before starting the Lighthouse lockdown. With the Seal of Duality filled, return to artifact storage, placing the Agarthan device, and pumping damage into the red orb. Re-damage the orbs above, refilling the Agarthan device, and once again performing the campfire and music box step. This will be the final campfire dialogue for the game. Once again, you can top off your shield in the meantime, then reclaim the device when the campfire returns to normal. Head to the sun deck at the top of the boat, and take the flinger to the golden Pack-a-Punch machine. Place the Agarthan device in the machine for yet another soul collecting step. It's even easier to kite the horde here at the iceberg, so let everyone spawn, then turn and farm. In my case, I only needed a single shot. The Agarthan device will rise up out of the machine, and the map will be converted to smoke and lava, a la Black Ops 2 style. The final Easter egg step is the escorting of the Agarthan device across the map to the facility. You'll want to stay within the ring to avoid taking constant environment damage. You'll be automatically flung from the iceberg at the start, but that's all the help you'll get. Sequence 1 follows the orb from the iceberg to forecastle and to main deck. When the orb pauses, farm souls to keep it moving. A white flash means success. I recommend using the Path of Sorrows to start, then popping Arsenal Accelerator to charge it up again quickly during this step. Sequence 2 goes from the main deck to artifact storage to Lagoon and to Lighthouse Cove for another soul session. On completion, a max ammo and carpenter will drop. Sequence 3 goes from Lighthouse Cove to Hidden Path, to Beach, to Lighthouse Approach, to Lighthouse Station. Once again, use the Path of Sorrows when available to farm it up. Sequence 4 goes from Lighthouse Station to Lighthouse Level 4 to Facility Entrance. Wait a second for the orb to make progress towards the facility, then zipline after it to optimize time outside the zone. Once your Arsenal Accelerator runs out, pop Aftertaste to keep your perks on down. Continue to follow the orb through decontamination and to human infusion. Please just burn your resources, unlike me here, to stay up. Start by using the Path of Sorrows, then swap back to liberal use of the Tundragun to survive. The circle will slowly shrink. Keep on the move and do everything you can to live. When your screen flashes white, the Easter egg is 99% complete. A dialogue will come through, and when it expires, you can claim the Agarthan device for one last step. ABH out, or not, I'm over it. No more zombies will spawn for the rest of the game. Make your way to the lighthouse and deliver the Agarthan device to the Hermit. Head to the ship and wait for the portal in the sky to open up and the Hermit to ascend. And wait. And wait. And wait. So what I encountered here is actually a glitch you can experience where the Hermit does not ascend, like at all. This was preventing my Easter egg completion. After some research and some straight up guesses, here's what I recommend. Don't leave the Lighthouse Level 4 until the Hermit's dialogue completes. If you get stuck in the infinite loop, there may be two possible solutions. Number 1, which I found online, is to step on the Sun Deck Flinger that takes you to the Golden Pack-a-Punch, just to trigger it. This did not work for me in my game. What did work, however, was intentionally downing myself in the lava down in artifact storage. It seems like when this freeze happens, a significant game state update needs to occur to restart the sequence. If you see Glinda rising into the sky, you'll know you've fixed it. Head to the forecastle and wait for the Agarthan device to fly over. Interact when it arrives to trigger the final cutscene. After a while, you'll begin a sequence where you control Samantha and Eddie. Hold forward to move them towards the light. After a while, the screen will white out, and you've just completed Salvation Lies Above. And that's tag in Black Ops 4 complete. All BO4 guides are now available on the channel. Voyage of Despair, 9, Ancient Evil, Dead of the Night, Blood of the Dead, Classified for the Winter's Hell, Alpha Omega, and Tag der Toten. Click on the playlist to check all of those out. If you liked the video, like the video. If you want to see more Zombies Easter egg guides, subscribe down below. And as always, I've been Noodles, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time with Rave in the Redwoods.